listen to the lectures. All right. And then, for example, another one, they love to share their works. All right. YouTube, blogging, when talking about as well, IG, social media. First thing first, they're looking for likes. Banyak like maksudnya famous lah. Banyak like maksudnya, oh, everyone love my works. And tu tak campur lagi retweet, sharing. How many sharing you have when you publish something lah. Alright, that's why you have now a YouTube creator, and we have also a creative content creator. So these are the things that makes them so popular, and therefore they will love to share those things in the internet. All right. Another one, create a live video. Okay. Obviously, these are the things that they love to do. Tu tak campur lagi dengan TikTok dan macam-macam lagi lah. Alright. So, alright. We just already passed through the motivation why the CBL actually ataupun challenge learning are basically good for our students. Alright. So now we're going to go to the first phase of challenge-based learning, which is engagement. Alright. Talking about challenge-based learning, actually it has three different phases ataupun three different stages, which is engagement, investigation, and the third one will be the action. Alright. So later on, I will demonstrate to you the framework that proposed by earlier by Apple. And then we shall see each one by one lah. All right. The first one is engagement. It always the small pieces that make the big picture, right? And if we're talking about this, I would like to ask you a few questions about the engagement. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. These are the framework actually proposed by the Apple Learning. Okay, and now actually again not only mooted by Apple, it started by Apple, and then now it's organized by challenge-based-learning.org.org. All right, so we have three different phases: engagement, investigate, and act. All right, so each particular phases involve three sub-steps. For example, in the engagement over here, all right, in the engagement, you start with the big idea, and then followed by essential question and challenges. And next one will be investigation, also followed by three sub-steps, which is guiding question, guiding activities, resources, and analysis. And the last one will be X phases, which involve social empathy and evaluation. All right. Basically, it seems like macam nampak macam very complex. Tidak sebenarnya. It's actually a very flexible framework, which is you can have a various entry from the phases. Later on, Dr. Lally will share the templates which you and your student will work on together, and then Dr. Lally will also explain how you can fill up all those steps before you can continue with the solutions. All right. And then we're going to talk about the challenge-based learning definitions. All right. As I mentioned earlier, challenge-based learning started from Apple, because obviously Apple have started and trying to engage the student with the tools they have invent. For example, the iPad, the MacBook Air, and so on lah. All right, and as well as not to forget the applications. Therefore, they're trying to do something how they can have an environment which students can optimize and use of all of the resources they have, and then improve their learnings. All right. So then afterwards, actually it started back 12 years ago. And now they already celebrate 10th anniversary. All right. Okay, challenge-based learning. What is the definition of challenge-based learning? Challenge-based learning is a collaborative learning experience which in which coaches and students and working together to learn about compelling issues and propose a solution to real problem and take action. All right. During my seminar, when I did share with all the audience, some of them asking me, what are the differences between challenge-based learning with problem-based learning, active learning, and so on. Basically, challenge-based learning inherit all those problem-based learning, project-based learning, active learning. However, even it inherit from those approach. However, the step taken are different. I will show you later on. All right. For this, for example, all right, we have two types comparison between problem-based learning and challenge-based learning. All right. When we're talking about challenge-based learning, it's all about the challenge itself that trigger compared to the problem-based learning. Usually, problem-based learning is actually known as a problem that designed by the lecturer or the teacher. Basically, it requires the student to prove to use the knowledge how to overcome the problem. However, when I'm talking about challenge-based learning, we're talking about how is the openness of the problem itself, where the student and the teacher as co-collaborator may help to see the surrounding, the community problem. Mean to say, they need to work with the surrounding, the real world problem that close to them, rather than the problem that designed by the teacher themselves. All right. How about the product? Product basically more on the learning process. With the knowledge they have, can they solve the problem or not? That one is a problem-based learning. How about the challenge-based learning? Student create a solution resulting in concrete action. Means to say, from the openness of the problem found by the students, and then afterwards, the student themselves try to look for the resources, look for a solution, and then engage with the community and the expert, and therefore, they need to also to implement the action compared to the problem-based learning, which is concrete action ataupun pelaksanaan jalan penyelesaian itu tidak diperlukan. Janji boleh belajar, tahu guna maklumat dan skill tu, then that's it. Berbanding challenge-based learning, you need to real implement the problems. All right, and then we move forward to the process. Students work with the problem in a way they test their ability to reason and apply the knowledge compared to the challenge-based learning. Student needs to analyze, obviously to analyze, to design, to develop and execute the best solution, which is later on, I'm going to share with you the step-by-step how student and lecturers can get through it lah. All right. So this is the framework, right? I did mention this earlier just now. All right. So now we're going to go to the first step, which is the big idea on engagement phase. All right. What is the big idea? All right. Take a look at this particular figure. What can actually triggers to your mind when you see the photos over here? All right. Some people will mention, we say this way, tangan yang memberi lebih baik daripada tangan yang menerima, ataupun ini sebab masalah-masalah poverty, ataupun ada juga yang mengatakan ini bukan masalah poverty ni, ini masalah pendatang asing, right? So the photo itself can describe thousands of words. It depends. However, that's what I mean about the openness of the question atau openness of the issues, which is student can triggers, and this will help them to create more and think critically about the issues. All right. How about the next photo? And I bet some of you have come across to this photo, which is it's basically a viral photo taken by some divers somewhere in Bali. All right. Obviously you can expect lah, ramai kata ini masalah pencemaran, ramai yang mengatakan masalah pembuangan sampah merata and so on lah, you can name it lah, environmental issues, you can name it, some of the keywords lah. And then afterwards, this particular figure, okay, is the domestic violence, and you can even talk more about this as well. All right, but what is actually the big idea? Okay, The big idea is all about a statement ataupun a general issues that the student may come out with your subject. At first, obviously, it seems like macam susah je nak dapatkan big idea ni. Okay, take a look at this. For example, masalah sustainability of natural resources such as power, water, food, energy, and air. And we have also some issues like economy downturn. You can relate with the COVID-19. Recovery and growth. I guess this is the time for us to talk about these particular issues. I bet this will be interesting issue you can discuss with class and so on. And how to relate with your teaching, we shall talk later. And how about the conflict and human nature and so on. There will be lots of topics and issues that you can discuss with your student. You can get from social media, newspaper card, and so on, or even from the television, right? Okay, we already talking about the big idea, and now we're trying to go to the move forward to the essential question, right? Essential